opponents in conference play. They know you, you know them. There's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Commodores offense will start this game off with the football. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
The Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, we knew coming into this game that field position was going to be massive. They had their backs against the wall in their own opening drive, but a really nice job there on the run, 3rd down, getting some breathing room, moving the sticks.
And the Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. Just can't hook up with the completion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Pavia. With the catch, it's Hudson. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The Commodores will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop and has been able to put it in play. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he... on things, Jesse.
Well, I know having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help him out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Just keeps slinging it. Good timing on the quick out. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback running on the draw. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Love the work by the running back on that draw play. He sold like he was going to be pass blocking. At the last second, got the handoff, and right away put his foot in the ground.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hudson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Commodores come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Russell. The throw to the outside is complete.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They go to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll ride the hot hand. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Soften him up with a run. Now to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. Let's it fly. Intercepted for the 11th time. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job
offense in a bunch formation. Back to pass, it's Pavia. It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Rolls it in. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Hoskins. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. The Commodores are flying down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 45. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Commodores have it with a 1st and goal. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
And they pay off the drive with the touchdown run, but what a drive. Almost the full length of the field, 98 yards. That's how you put a drive together when you're backed up on your own 2-yard line and get 6.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. One of the highlights of the year last season, Alabama went into Nashville coming off a win against Georgia and got knocked out of Nashville with their first loss to Vandy since... There he goes! He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the 1st down.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Horton. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Young. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to be broke.
They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. 4th down in inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grab near the sticks. It's Horton. Looks like Alabama will pick up the 1st down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. And that one's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he'll slide after picking up the first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively first half. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the 3rd quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Moves away as he feels pressure. Turning it on. Quick step and go. Touchdown, Bama! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
This quarterback is so good at creating. When plays break down, when things aren't perfect, he has the ability to buy time, use his athleticism, and torch a defense, and he did it right there with his legs.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Appalachian State is ahead in this one, and we've seen this program pull off some incredible wins over the years, but they're not there yet. They're up by 7 over Oregon State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on. Oh, it's close. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. And the Commodores can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Secures it at the 30. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the oath. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Creates a little room. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Sweet cut there. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Keeps it and gets past the chain. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown tie. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
He doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. You know, I'm going to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open? Okay. I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Fitzgerald. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
To the air, it's Pavia. Quick completion on the out route.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And they can't make the connection on third down. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. QB draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. Fourth down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big fourth down conversion.
Sets up the screen. breaks into the open. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bernard. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, Alabama! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. Got his man downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Caught in the backfield, it's Hudson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Pavia. Finding an escape route. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He lofts one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up.
They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the fourth down stop. This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
I know this guy has had a lot of success running the football early in this game. He's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country. But it's like mixed martial arts. You've got to know when to tap out. When the defense has you in a darce choke, you just got to tap out. This guy's trying to do way too much. The play was over seconds ago, and as a result, he gets knocked unconscious with that submission.
Makes the grab. It's Hoskins. At the 45 on its way. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Here's the the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Gives it on the option. And the Commodores get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Pulls it in. It's Alexander. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Commodores are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. It's Pavia. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vandy.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football. That's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Red pass, it's complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. Finds his big tight end. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Reads it, fires complete. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Quick strike complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Got a man, it's Hoskins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Under fire.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job.
Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle with Young. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Under fire. Extending the play. Got the 1st himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. They'll immediately call timeout. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him. Open space at the 25. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Caught open middle. It's Sherrill. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Commodores can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down.